Hi, I'm Roger Guillory, Chairman of the Louisiana Republican Party, and it's an honor for me today to announce that Elbert Guillory is going to be the chairman of our minority outreach for the state of Louisiana. It's an exciting time and it's an exciting announcement. Elbert is a past state senator and legislator. He's one of the leaders in the minority community statewide and really nationally. We look forward to working with Elbert, working with him, building the Republican Party. We have almost 1 million members of the Republican Party in Louisiana today, and we're going to reach that 1 million mark with Elbert's help. It's an exciting time in Louisiana. We're going to do a lot of exciting things to help out our community and look forward to working with Elbert in the future.
It is appropriate and symbolic that we should come here to make this announcement, here on the pathway to political power in Louisiana. For too long, too many people have been left out, too many promises broken, too many lies told in Louisiana politics. Minority voters across Louisiana have been pushed aside, dismissed, and discarded by the other party. Some communities have put all of their eggs in one basket and been ripped off.
Elbert, I'd really like to thank you for accepting the Minority Outreach Chairman for the Republican Party of Louisiana. We appreciate you and we appreciate everything you're going to do to help build this party.
Roger, I thank you for giving me this responsibility, and I really thank you for your years of vision and commitment to making Louisiana Republicanism inclusive.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Elbert Guillory, your host of The Elephant in the Room. This is a new Louisiana GOP show. We'll give you the latest in politics. We'll introduce you to some political commenters and, of course, political newsmakers. We are going to have fun, and we hope that you will have fun too as we explore the elephant in the room. You have all heard of the big brouhaha over Confederate monuments, Confederate flags, and many of you have asked, where's this all leading? What's the next step? Well, one of the next steps is that students at LSU are circulating a petition to get rid of the LSU Fighting Tiger mascot. And they want to do this because 170 years ago, during the Civil War, there was a fighting unit in the Confederate Army called the Fighting Tigers. Well, we decided to talk with the tiger about this whole thing and get his opinion. This afternoon, we have a fighting tiger. Mr. Tiger, how are you today?
Fantastic. I'm having a great day. I had 2 chickens for lunch. Man, I love chicken.
Well, Mr. Tiger, let's jump right into this. Have you ever owned slaves?
No. But I do have 2 white guys who take real good care of me in my cage.
What is your position on the Civil War?
Dude, the Civil War ended like 150 years ago. I have 2 positions, standing up and lying down.
Do you have a preference, a racial preference for black people over white people or white people over black people?
Oh, no, I like them equally. They both taste like chicken.
Tell me, what do you think of the students who are circulating this petition?
Oh, I like students. They're usually tender, and they taste like chicken too.
Mr. Tiger, what do you think of this whole Confederate issue 175 years after the war?
I guess next they'll want to change the name of LSU. and the whole state, because Louisiana's named after Louis XIV and Anna, his wife, and both of them supported slavery. Why don't you people stop fighting a war that ended 200 years ago? Get a life. Fight today's wars for better education, better health care, and more chicken.
Wow, you are really well informed for a tiger. Thank you for being with us today, Mr. Tiger. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, directly from the tiger's mouth. And have you ever talked with a tiger up close? Their breath smells like chicken. Are you tired of being on the bottom step of America's ladder? All kinds of people come here from all over the world, and they are put in line ahead of you. You can't be satisfied with that. Are you tired of politicians taking you for granted? Giving you a chicken leg and a beer every election. Then you don't even see them until the next elections. Einstein said, if you always do what you always did, then you'll always get what you always got. You have been in the hip pocket of the Democrats ever since Democrat President Johnson promised to have us voting Democrat. And he used the N-word to describe us. He said he would have us voting for the Democrat Party for 200 years. Check it out. That's his promise in his own words. Open your eyes and open your minds. At least look at something different. Try something different. Do something different. It can't hurt you to just look at us, the Louisiana Republican Party.
Today we're doing something that hasn't been done before. We are implementing what I call grassroots activism. We're out in the streets talking with people, and we have had some amazing conversations. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
May I have just a little bit of your time, please?
Okay.
Come on over to my table. Let me explain what we're doing here. I'm going to ask 3 questions. If your answer is yes, please put down a red card. If your answer is no, please put down a blue card. All right? These are the cards. First question is, if you had a child in a really bad, failing, violent public school, do you believe that it should be okay for you to take that child and the money that the state spends in that public school and send that child to a private school or to a charter school or any safe place where the child can be educated?
Absolutely.
The second question, do you believe that you should be able to own and use, if necessary, a gun to protect your life, your family, and your property?
That's another one I didn't really think too much about in years past. I used to have a child that lived with me in a previous marriage that got to in gun cabinets and stuff, and didn't like to carry guns around the household. But now that I've seen things going on around the country and around the world, that people need to keep their house and their vehicle secure and their family, their pets, and they should have some sort of weapon, a gun, to protect them.
All right.
I would agree with that now.
May I have a red card, please, sir?
Last one.
Every day, a large number of babies are aborted across this country.
Right.
About 1 million a year. Do you believe, 1 million a year, do you believe that there should be some restrictions on that abortion?
You're asking me if I'm pro-life.
No, not pro-life or pro-choice, anything like that. Just do you believe that with 1 million American babies being killed every year,
Right.
that there should be some restrictions, some
Regulations.
on that process?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. It's a red card, right?
Yes, sir. I've asked you 3 questions.
Yeah.
You've given me 3 answers.
Yeah.
The answers that you've given indicate to me that your values are more consistent with the Republican Party.
Really?
Yes, sir. The Republican Party.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming. You learn something new every day.
The values of the Republican Party.
Oh, wow. I was born and raised on Democratic views and thoughts, and I never thought I would be.
This has been a great day. We've had a lot of fun and we have opened some eyes. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is the Louisiana GOP, coming soon to a neighborhood near you.
Man, I can't believe that in this state we have the most violent and worst performing public schools in America.
I can't believe that we have some of the highest taxes in America.
Yeah, well, I can't believe that the governor refuses to cut spending. He just wants to drop more taxes on our backs.
Wait, I've got one you can't believe. I can't believe that any mayor was dumb enough to spend $4 million pulling down statues when a third of New Orleans water pumps weren't working. Leaving a bunch of our people flooded again.
Yeah, that's hard to top. But I always thought that government was supposed to serve all of the people.
That's true. But the people who run politics here have forgotten all about us. No jobs, crappy education, and we poor people pay the highest taxes.
Man, we got to do something different.
Yeah, we got to be smarter. Maybe it's time to give the other political party a shot. This afternoon we have a special guest, Gene Mills, Reverend Gene Mills, who is head of the Louisiana Family Forum. Welcome.
It's good to be with you, Elbert.
My pleasure.
Good to see you.
Just talking about your old hometown. We're both from the same neck of the woods.
Opelousas, Louisiana.
Yes, indeed.
Great place to be from.
Family Forum has had some incredible successes. This year, you've had very good success during the legislative session.
Close to 30 victories.
Tell us about those 30.
Well, there's a number of victories that go into the pro-life issue, that go into the educational issue, that go into limiting taxes. It spans the spectrum. Being a non-regular session or a special session that deals with fiscal matters only, there's a limited number of the social issues, but we were able to provide a voice for traditional families and to do so successfully. We did have a few setbacks. We find that it's much different when the fourth floor is not necessarily on the same side of all issues as has been in the time.